York is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. This is truly a very special opportunity for me to speak on this bill, H.R. 365, the National Blue Alert Act of 2011. As a former FBI special agent, it makes it a very special honor to have the House consider this important legislation, especially during National Police Week. You think about it, thousands of law enforcement officers from around the world and this country are going to converge on our nation's capital to honor those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice to protect the citizens back at home. On a personal note, I'd like to extend my sincerest gratitude to New York City's Police Commissioner Ray Kelly and to the very brave men and women of the NYPD for their service to our great city. And I encourage all of my colleagues to treat every week as if it were National Police Week, because truly it's their sacrifices that are made by these individuals that have inspired me to introduce this important legislation. During my career in the FBI, I witnessed firsthand the danger posed by criminals who attack law enforcement officers and the particular threat that they pose on our communities. Time and time again, we have seen that if criminals are willing to attack police officers to avoid apprehension, then there is no limit to the lengths they will go or the victims they will target simply to avoid justice. According to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, 173 officers have been killed in the line of duty in 2011. As members of Congress representing New York City and Puerto Rico, it is a sad fact for myself and for my friend and colleague, Congressman Pierluisi, who is the lead co-sponsor of this bill, that the New York City Police Department and the Puerto Rico Police Department both lost 4 officers, the most of any other agency, in 2011. Now, it is impossible to completely transform the hazardous nature of the work our law enforcement officers carry out every single day. But there are steps that we can take to enhance their safety and quickly apprehend those who put them at risk. The National Blue Alert Act does this by creating a National Blue Alert communications network within the United States Department of Justice to disseminate information on suspects who are being sought in connection with the death or injury of a law enforcement officer. Similar to the nationwide Amber Alert system for missing children, the Blue Alert would rapidly notify law enforcement agencies, including the media and the public, to help aid in the apprehension of these extremely violent criminals. Additionally, this legislation would further encourage the expansion of the Blue Alert program beyond the handful of states where it is currently existing by helping develop the Blue Alert plans, the regional coordination, and the development and implementation of new technologies to improve Blue Alert communications. This legislation, as we have heard, is supported across the board by many law enforcement organizations, and I am certain that the National Blue Alert Act will enhance the safety of our communities as well as the law enforcement officers who protect them, and I encourage its swift passage in the full House of Representatives. And I'd like to thank my lead co-sponsor and friend, Mr. Pierluisi. With that, I yield back.
The gentleman from Texas